Tá gravando? Luz, câmera, ação. Boa noite, gente. Obrigado pela presença de todos. Isso aqui foi uma coisa que a gente programou um pouco em cima da hora, assim, essa fala com o artista e diretor Seyeong Yoon. Ele vai falar melhor da obra dele do que eu. Infelizmente vai ser em inglês, mas se alguém tiver qualquer uma dúvida mais específica, eu posso também traduzir em algumas partes. Ele veio da Coreia do Sul para cá por conta própria no festival, então a gente conseguiu fazer essa chalça um pouco maior para ele e depois ela vai mudar ali para dentro. E aqui é o Festival ECRÃ, né? Eu tô falando aqui, de repente a galera não conhece o que é. O Festival ECRÄ é um festival que a gente está chamando de arte e cinema experimental. Então, assim, tudo bem doidão, para quem não conhece muito, assim, a gente está chamando que é bem doidão. Eu não gosto muito de usar essas palavras, mas é o seguinte, é um festival com performance, vídeo, filme, instalação, vídeo arte, games, gratuito. É isso, só para apresentar um pouco o festival para vocês. So here's Seyeong Yoon, right? Yeah? Yeah. He came from South Korea to be here with us to present his installation and work. It's called Video-Música Jamming, Episode 1, Void. And I'll let him talk more. Thank you for your presence. We are very honored to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. And hi guys, so I'm Seyeong Yoon. Thank you for like a nice presentation for me in Portuguese. So like maybe I don't understand yet, but like I'm sure like it was a good word. Thanks to Daniel. Like I could present in the best way as it could be, and yeah, so I'm very happy to be here. Not only the first time from the Festival ECRÁ, also in the Brazil, so it means a lot to me. So my work, Video-Música Jamming, Episode 1, Void. It was there was like three things that I would like to present. So first thing is the genre itself, Video-Música Jamming. So I want to share that there is still a possibility that one genre can be built in the new way. And second thing is, of course, as it is written in the title, it's about the visualize and make it as an audio of the concept of the void. And the third thing is about like the visualizing and make it as an audio, like in the concept of the creativity. So basically, I would like to visualize the concept of the creativity in your concept. So that is the purpose of this work, basically. Before I describe like how like my message and how my suggestion work, like I would like to share with you guys like how it first started. So I was living in the UK for a while, and I had to come to Korea because of the pandemic. It was a very hard time for everybody. I bet like it was the same for you guys. And I came to Korea to unfold my video art in a one small gallery in Korea, Seoul, Apgujeong. But because of the pandemic, my sponsor company was in a bankruptcy, somehow. So we could not do this anymore. So I feel terrible, and I don't really know like what can I do basically. Not only in UK but also in Seoul, Korea. And I was thinking about this video jamming like a while ago, and when I was like talking with my amazing talented music producer Glenn Gu, I was based in Seoul, Korea, as I am. He was a DJ and music producer for more than 10 years. But this pandemic caused him also like all the devastations, like not unfold his music world to the audience, obviously. And that was like for him, it was the very first time that he cannot communicate with the audience like while he was playing his music and the other music as like the other DJs do. So he and myself, we both fill void. I think there is like a very common pure concept subject like that we have. So and I was like just like jamming. I jam like choose the subject, but this is like the pure mindset that we're having right now. So let's do with this easy title with the jamming. And I was basically influenced a lot from the Fluxus movement that was by George Martinez in Germany and New York. And also, like I was born and raised from the small city called Bate-Papo in Korea that has the amazing art museum with the work of the Namjoon Park, who is the very pioneer of the video art. And the way that I see in there, for example, like the work of the Namjoon Park and the Charlotte movement, they try to see the moment that the creativity is like maybe done by some improvisation, but not in the same way that I did. And there was like a very good sense from Namjoon Park for the youngsters. There's still a genre that we can pioneer. Always by the generations, like there was like some limits and excuses that we could have with the respect that nothing can be like pioneered like more than now. But I believe there is still a possibility that some genre within even the medium that we already have, something can be made like on top of that. So the way how I like my process, like the way that how I think, or the way that how I make an art, I think is all deeply rooted by improvisation. Because all the creativity that we believe, actually comes from the knowledge or the experience that we had before. So unconsciously, we actually create something in a jamming way. All creativity can be scheduled, but actually in the deep rooted is improvised. So that's the very root of how I started with this jamming concept. I believe this creativity is also pretty much done by the jamming, improvisation, basically. So the very concept of the video music jamming is that in your brain, you actually conceptualize and visualize the 3 dimension. So by this work, I visualize twice. First of all, I visualize this work, and also make an audio by the video music jamming, done by, as is written in the description. First of all, after we decided the subject, void, as I described, Glenn, my music producer, he produced 1 minute, 30 seconds of like the things that he had to do it first. So after he produced the music, only improvised by the concept, pure concept, the void, that he feels that is void at the moment. And then I improvise by using whatever medium that I can have. For example, I can shoot. There's a GoPro camera, and the other camera that I had, you can see in the CCTV. And like I use it to capture something like right away after I listen to the song. And then after I made the video, music is also influenced by my video, and then like write the new song. And then I was influenced by the prior video and the music, so like I produced a new video. So in that way, we did 8 months for from 2020 December to 2021 August. So it was 8 month journey that I made this video. We were concentrating like on the void concept that we purely felt at the right moment that we produce. Jamming is the production basically. The way I think of the production is, let's say there's a rock band that's jamming. Then there's a drummer, guitarist, and like the other instrument, and they just look at their eyes and they just jam within their vibe, right? So when they're doing that, I feel like, oh, this is actually production. The reason why I'm obsessed with the concept of the production and the jamming is because video, as I already told you before, video is cannot be jammed. Like video cannot, like in our prejudice, like it always have to be very strictly scheduled. When one film is made, there is always a very large company that sponsors that, so they need to invest, they need to get the invest, or they need a client, and they made a storyboard, and then there's like a conceptual designer and blah blah blah. They have to cast them all, and then they do the pre-production for the whole documents and the production, and do the post-production for the editing and the VFX effects and so on. So video itself is always has to be based on the narrative and like the pre-made concept. So the reason why like I want to do this was I want to deny that. I think denying is the first step, or having a curiosity on that is the first step to make some new genre. And that's like a human nature, that we have a curiosity and having a doubt on something. Because I think the old artist is in some way researcher. So yeah, so like this whole thing is like started that way. So apart from the process that I told you about, like the superficial way that how it's made, like one minute for the 8 months, I also conceptualize of the visualization of the of the creativity. That means, so let's say, just like the process of the jamming, if you refer, music is a dot, and this video is a dot. So let's say there's like a one dot, and then I do this dot and dot and dot again, and you made in your concept, after like I finished the whole thing, there's a line. So I create a line, which is episode 1 for it. That's the reason why I refer it as episode 1. And that's gonna be after episode 2, and there's gonna be episode 3, 30, whatever it is, and that's gonna make one square in your concept. And let's say if someone wants to use this concept to work in this way, unlike this X and Y axis I just described, there's a T axis. So let's say Daniel is working for this, then there's like a second layer of this square, and there's gonna be like also n layers that's gonna be like stacked up. So that makes like the 3 dimension of the way how you actually think about the creativity. So in your concept, like you are visualizing the concept of the creativity itself, because it's rooted by like the creativity that I use it as with the medium of the jam. So the way itself, the whole the point of this work is on the process, other than even the visuals I made. So this is the way I want to visualize, not only for the episode 1 void, but also for like the creativity itself. So I would like to suggest this possibility of video music jamming, if allowed, to the world. Like that's this. There is I want to suggest to the artist and also audience and whoever it is. Still, there is a way to present in a new way, and still there's a new genre, and that's the some kind of virtue or like the thing that we need to keep digging out, keep fight, and keep look out for. So this is about the whole journey, and yeah, so that's mostly all about it. Thank you for listening, like what I said. I really hope you guys enjoyed video music jamming, and also I would love to hear like the opinions from you guys. Thank you.
Se alguém tiver uma pergunta, gente.
Actually, I didn't understand exactly. If you first listen to the music and then you put your video.
Yes.
And then afterwards it's like then the video brings the music again, something like that? No.
So
first the music always and then the video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
So the order is always the same.
Oh, okay. Okay, music.
Subject and the music,
Okay.
and video, music, video, music, video,
Okay.
until the very end.
Okay.
So actually that is also the reason why I made the CCTV word here. So that CCTV word is purely raw footage that we got it from the actual CCTV that I bought. And I would like to prove, like this is the evidence that it is not manipulated, that I pre-scheduled in somehow. So from the very first moment, even before I click the keyboard to work, like whole thing is captured, and from the very date that's in the right upper part, and the very end of the video, it's actually like the very end that we even finished the very last video and the music and the master session. So basically, I strictly, I think it will be only make sense, video music jamming, if there is a proof for like the way that we did, like in a not pre-scheduled way. So it's strictly start from the music and video, with that evidence. So that's the reason why CCTV is important in this work. Thank you.
One more question. you the first idea was because of the pandemic, or you already had this in mind to do something like that?
Video music jamming, the concept itself is
Yes.
a pre-made concept that I developed in the end of the 2019.
Okay, so before the pandemic.
Yes,
Okay.
but I didn't set up the subject.
Okay.
But because I believe the subject had to be very pure, like that music producer and I both agree at the very time, because it is jamming. If it's if I pre-made the subject, then it cannot be jamming. So that's the reason why like we had to wait until we actually think in a common way.
But now you're telling that it's gonna have the episode 2 and so on, 3 and. But you're also always also waiting for the subject, yes, to appear, or you have already thought about it?
So about the episode 2, which
Yes.
is actually like I'm working on with amazing prepared piano pianist.
Yes. So, yeah.
Heejun, we have to decide the subject of the episode 2 at the right moment when we start. So we have to like talk about like how we actually feel, because it cannot be live. That's the whole point of this jamming. So me and Heejun, for the episode 2, which is ongoing. It's going to be released probably next year. We decided I don't want to spoil it, so we also choose emotion for this.
You have to agree.
Yeah.
You two have to agree.
And then it's gonna, unlike this one, it's not gonna be happening in the same country, same city. But this time, like she's gonna be in Germany and the other countries, and possibly in the CCTV. Sometimes we are in the same country too, so you can witness the interesting process. So I think the episode 2 CCTV part is pretty trippy somehow.
Yes.
Like because for this footage, like I also it's very long time footage. I never even like touched in my life. Like it's thousands hours, and like I had to fast forward it like 35% for making this whole thing. So yeah, so that's gonna be in that way.
Yeah, interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you are also recording her process too? No.
Recording.
The pianist process.
Yeah.
So like you also have a CCTV camera there recording her, or some kind of recorder?
So this time, because she is not in Korea,
Yes.
as I am living in Seoul, Korea, we choose to use the broadcasting system, broadcasting program called OBS.
Yeah.
And then we captured by the Twitch and using the phone, and like put the GoPro or phone and make it as a live. And there's gonna be date and time with the time zone. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, that's why it's gonna be tricky.
Yeah.
I have a question about the process montage and like, okay, when you notice that it was ended, like the process or design, like it was 8 months. It was chosen, as you say, was not scheduled. When you decided it was over in some way.
So me and Glenn Gould, actually at the very first time, like we scheduled not in this long way. So I'm not sure if I remember right, but basically there was one hurdle that we got to make this work. It's 8-month process with only two people that require a lot of energy and a lot of schedule. And Glenn Gould is not only working for this, I'm not only working for this. So we need to, at first, like if you see the very first part of the video and the CCTV as well, like for example, 3 or 2 videos are made in a 1 day or 2 days. But when the time passed, because of the fatigue, like it cannot be really happen. Also with the work schedule and the blah blah blah. Like it has to be. The work is done like, for example, sometimes like just one work in a day, or one work in a week. So it was all different. Even sometimes, like let's say when he or me was sick, like we have to do it like in a 2 or 3 weeks after like we made the prior things. So so for your question, like we did not know, we didn't expect 8-month process. But because of this all the adjustments that the 8 months was decided.
But when you decided that, like, okay, the video, the product is over, the product of this process is over, like we can't continue because of what? When was this decision?
Finish.
Like in jamming, that's music. In one part, someone will, okay, we have to end here and this be this great finale, the notes. When was this realizing?
Yeah. So if you check the very end of the video, there is a part that someone is actually like going down, and then there's like a very spiky and like spiky parts coming. At that moment, I was in some occasion, and it was really hard for me to handle, and I truly had to use it to express in my video, and Glenn would also understand that. And for the part when one fisherman guy was like fishing there, that was the moment that I feel like I need this, I need nature, and that was also part of the void. And I want to use the footage that this guy cannot actually fish. Actually, it was the fact that at that day we couldn't actually get there. We were fishing bass. He was fishing bass. I'm not. I don't know how to fish like that much. So like yeah. So like basically, I want to feel that void like when you want to do something but you cannot grab it. Like that was like the moment that I feel like it is done. So I think just like the jamming in the band, I think me and Glenn would like look at our eyes. So we were like, yeah, this is it. This is the time, and that's the reason why we decided let's pick it up from here.
Yeah, I thought about it as well. Like if you have, like, it has to have like this tiny. I don't know how long does it take? Minutes?
15.
This
Yeah.
video 15 minutes and
15.
17 seconds.
Did you know it's gonna have 15 or it could be?
I have no idea. No idea. Only thing I know is for the CCTV works, I adjusted like perfectly like with the length of this, fed with this. So this video's and this video's length is exactly same, even to the seconds.
And the footage you use? Oh, the guys follow.
Yeah.
Where did you get all these images from? Did you use online videos and images?
So I use a program to make this, and I made this 3D character, and then use the other program for After Effects, which is like the dominating program that I use for making this video. And so I combine it and then release it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to say anything else?
Thanks for enjoying Video-Música Jamming, and it was all can be done thanks to my colleague, very talented music producer Glenn. So I want to really thanks to him trusting me for this whole 8-month journey, and without him I couldn't make this. And it's an amazing partner, even working with another works with me. So I want to thanks to him, and also obviously I want to thanks to Daniel and all the members of the Festival ECRÄ for having me here. Like it was not easy decision to come to Rio, Brazil, all the way from Seoul, but I'm very honored that Festival ECRÄ could have me here with this amazing place, MAM, and I would not forget this moment till I'm gone. So like it was best experience. Thank you for like make me have like the best experience in my life, and I hope as I mentioned about the T-axis, this work also can be done by the others, with the other artists, everyone can be artists. So hopefully all the best for everyone in Brazil and Seoul or wherever you are. Thank you.
Will the episode 2 be the next ECRÄ?
Oh, hopefully so.